listening to Ruck On at Wisp Sports Radio, Season 2, Episode 3. Ruck On is about women's international rugby. I'm Kim Donaldson, and at Wisp Sports, we believe women in sport deserve equal coverage. I'm joined today by current English rugby superstar Poppy Cleo. Poppy is a lock for the Roses in the midst of the Six Nations tournament. The Roses have won both their games so far, the last one a healthy win over Wales 52-0. And she joins me now, roadside from the M4. How are you, Poppy?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Yeah, it's good to be here.
So far, you're underway into Six Nations. We've got 2 wins. You also have one Six Nations championship title under your belt. How are you feeling so far about the tournament?
Yeah, at the moment, it's really positive things. We've got a really good setup with England at the moment. We're doing good things. So, you mentioned I've got one Grand Slam under my belt, but, that's been and gone now, and I just really want to get another one. It's just so exciting for women's rugby in England and all around the world at the moment. And to be a part of that, it's great. And I'm just enjoying every time I get on the pitch, really, at the moment.
That's awesome. And so what do you mean by that? It's a great time to be part of women's rugby in England right now. What's going on?
Yeah, so we went professional just before the World Cup. So it was kind of a historic moment to be part of that. And at the moment, they've just started a new trying to become a professional league in England. So it's called the Tyrrell's Premier 15s, 10 teams. And it's just they're putting quite a lot of money into it. So they're set up for individuals is great. And it's a really competitive, really tough league. And because of that, you can tell internationally now we're getting better than we've previously been.
That's awesome. And so you yourself were under contract going into the World Cup. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. I got a 9-month professional contract. So they finished straight away after the World Cup at the end of August. So we all had to go back to our jobs. But obviously during that time, we were fully professional. Every day we were in training, and just we're trying really hard to win a World Cup.
Yeah, it takes some amount of work for sure. I've been there.
Yeah, you've been there. Oh, we've been in the same boat.
Yeah, that's right. And so how have things changed for you since those contracts were taken away?
Well, it's just gone back to like it was before we had the contract. So just gone back to job, gone back to fitting my training around my job and my career, and just creating all those problems that I thought I'd got rid of. So having to talk to my employees to get all the time off, using all my holidays for training. So it's tricky, but every women's rugby player goes for it. In Canada, you had it pretty tough. And, we've been lucky in some of the aspects, but, we're going back a little bit, but hopefully looking forward to the future, it's going to go back to being, fully professional again. So do you just makes you want it more? So now we've gone forward, kind of shoved around pillar to post, but now, it's really exciting times and we're looking forward to what's going to be coming.
So do you feel like this new league structure is kind of like another beacon of light?
Yeah,
like
it is.
You're going in the right direction again?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got so much more coverage. We've got a main title sponsor, so that's Tyrrell's, which is, I don't know, you don't have them over anywhere abroad. It's a crisp
thing here, but
yeah, it's a crisp brand. So it's like Walkers, or what do you have over there? Like Lay's or something? Or what crisps do you have?
Yeah. Potato chips is what we would call them. But
okay,
yeah,
potato chip.
Yeah, but sure, crisp. Yeah, like a Lay's might be something kind of comparable, like thin.
Okay.
Like a thin, very white chip, right?
Yeah, that's it. So they're our title sponsors. So if you get man of the match, you get a free pack of crisps. But so
Whoa,
we've had
all right.
pushing the boat out. So that's now we've had people coming from abroad. So I think Harlequin's just signed the World Cup winning prop Aldora Aitunu. So we've got internationals from around the world. We've got Gail Mignot, the ex-French captain, coming over to play. So it really is quite a big thing out here in England, and it's really good that we're getting all this support. We just at the weekend had a record crowd for a home Six Nations game at Harlequin Stoop. So it's exciting, and I'm really happy to be involved and for it to be going that way. So it's good.
Excellent. And so you've had some recent successes as well. Like it seems like you've been on fire for the last couple of matches, 2 tries in the last game. How are you feeling right now?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. People have been saying, "Oh, you're in the form of your life and stuff," but I just try to play my best every time I go out there, and I'm happy with my performances at the moment, and I just got to keep playing the way I am. It has helped the fact that the Women's Premiership has become now more elite, and that's really helped me. I've moved to a new club this season, so that's also helped. And I think, don't they say that 25, 26, you're supposed to be in the prime of your career? So I think my age has helped as well.
Yeah, I think for women, actually, like you're just kind of like taking off. And I think women hit their peak kind of late 20s. So you've got a lot more to give, apparently.
Okay, that's good. I'll only get better.
And so with players like yourself, with Sarah Byrne, it seems like England has a very skilled tight 5 right now. And almost like you're moving away from kind of your traditional tight 5 or for scrumming and mauling and lineouts, and you've got some very versatile tight 5 players. Have you seen that shift in the program?
I think when we lost the World Cup final, we knew that we hadn't done everything right, and there was things that we needed to change. So, the last couple of months, our coaches have really been saying we need to up our physicality for one, we need to up our confrontation, and we want kind of ball playing, back rows and front 5. So we definitely are evolving, if that's the word you probably use, and trying to change the way we play. And I think that just helps me and the likes of Sarah Byrne kind of stand out, and because that's what we like to do. We've always liked to do that sort of thing. So now that, our national team are playing in the sort of style that really suits us, I think that kind of proven dividends for us personally.
Right. That style is suitable to you. And at this level, at the international level, how much do you feel like you learn from your coaches, and how much do you feel like you learn from your peers? Because you've played with some very experienced and prestigious players, I'd say even.
Yeah, so we are lucky. We've got 3 Centurions in our team, and I don't think you can look back at an international team and say they've had 3 at the same, well, women's team, and say they've had 3 at the same time. So they've got such a wealth of experience there. Yeah. And, you definitely always learn. And I think I graduated from the U20 program, 5 years ago now, and I didn't play international rugby for 3 years. So I felt like I didn't really learn much then. I was struggling to, get any experience from anyone, and I was struggling to get some good coaching. And as soon as I broke through and managed to make it to get my debut, since then I've learned so much, just being able to play with the types of players like Sarah Hunter and Tamara Taylor. You learn so much, and people think because you've made it to the top of your game and you're playing on an international stage, that you must have learned everything. But absolutely not. That's not the case. Even when I'm playing against the likes of Safi Ndiaye from France, they're incredible, and you get to learn a lot from all these athletes. So it's a good environment.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's talk about maybe your pathway a little bit more. Is it true you started playing rugby at the age of 6?
Yeah, it's true. So I used to play with my twin sister. So I think we're lucky in England that we've got those opportunities to play from such a young age. And now it's incredible the amount of young females there are in the game. And you can just see by our 18-year-olds and 19-year-olds coming through that they've been playing rugby now for 15 years before they make it onto the international stage. So yeah, I've been playing since I was 6, a long time, so long.
From the age of 6, wow. And then is it something, I mean, obviously at the age of 6, like you're just kind of running around and trying to keep the ball in 2 hands. And, but England arguably has the greatest depth of any women's international side. So what do you feel, is kind of the magic that makes that happen? Is it because you have mini rugby programs and opportunities for girls to play at younger levels, or what is it that makes that depth chart so strong?
I think the RFU, so, our governing body, has realised that for any international team, you need that grassroots and you need that depth. And they've worked so hard for a couple of years now, long before any other nations sort of like started looking at it as well, to make sure that there's that pathway in place. And they want to give the same opportunities to boys and girls at that age. So everything running at the moment in schools, in rugby clubs, is kind of aimed at getting volume of players through, and they're doing a really good job. And We've got things such as ACE programs. So when you're 16, 17 and you're leaving school, you can go to a specific college for women's rugby and just learn women's rugby. And get coaching qualifications in that. So the opportunities in England is huge.
Yeah, it sounds like it. And what do you think England's biggest strength is right now?
Ooh, our biggest strength. What do you mean if I said the forwards? Because we are pretty good.
Hey, you can say whatever you want to say. Yeah, if you want, sure. Yeah, if that's what you feel like your strength is, or like I talked about depth, but maybe right now for you, like your forwards are doing an incredible job. So maybe that's the answer.
What's our biggest strength? I got loads of things in my head right now. Like a couple of them are, we've got really good coaches at the moment. Our forwards coach, Matt Ferguson, is huge. He's got some really good ideas and he's driving us to be the best that we can be. And then obviously you say about depth, that's pretty big in England at the moment. We've got so many people trying to get into our national squad, and you can pick quite a few of people that will stand up and do the job.
Yeah.
So it's tricky, but I just think that the plan that the RFU have got us on, so they have like a 5-year, 10-year plan. And obviously the outcry and uproar when we lost our contracts after the World Cup was huge, but they've got this plan that we're on, and they've had it for the last how many years, and it's worked really well. Last year we went through the season and we lost one game in 19, which obviously wasn't ideal, but we're trying to get to that stage where we can be the best at everything, and it's kind of bringing together all their ideas and coming together. So we've got our sevens girls; they're all fully contracted at the moment. We've got us who are in a semi-professional league, and it's just all going to come together and time together, and we'll see how we come out of the Six Nations, and if they've done a good job or not with us. But it's a really positive time, and so our RFU as a total, as our governing body, is the strength of English rugby at the moment.
That's awesome. You can hear the excitement in your voice when you talk about it, and it sounds like there's a lot of trust and buy-in from kind of all parties involved. Everybody seems to be on board with the same plan, and it sounds anyways like you're very united. Yeah,
I think that in my voice you probably hear is I feel lucky, like we're extremely lucky that the RFU have done such a good job, because obviously other nations haven't. But you've just got the likes of Australia setting up professional contracts for their female players, and they're paying their sevens players the same as their men. So other nations are following, and it's only going to get better for the women's game and grow women's sport as general, because obviously you've got your Canadian sevens team and the American sevens team, they're professional as well. So other teams are sort of waking up and listening to what needs to be done, and it's just good all round. And I think that if England can lead the way, it's just good for all women's sport, really.
Agree. This is such an uplifting conversation, Poppy. It makes me excited. So I'll let you go in a sec, but one last question. Let's talk about the love of your life. Hard. No, the love of your life for Reginald the rabbit. Tell us about him.
You want to know about my rabbit? Well, he's called Reginald Ernest Cleo. He's coming up to 1 year. No, 2 years. No, he's come up to 2 years. Oh, he's so old now.
I know.
Yeah.
He is.
And he's a house rabbit, so he stays indoors. Obviously, at the Six Nations at the moment, he's with my parents, so they're looking after him. And he's in the doghouse, actually, at the moment, because he chewed through my mum's telephone wire and her computer wire, and so she couldn't use it for a couple of days. So he's in the doghouse.
Oh, that's too bad. Does he have any rabbit friends, or what's his social life like?
He has no rabbit friends, no, but he likes humans, and he's got loads of friends. I've always got my friends coming to visit him. But he's maybe getting a friend at the moment. Depends if he bucks his behaviour up, and I think he deserves a friend. You got any good names?
I will think about it for you. I have a cat and his name is Linguini, so don't take that one.
No, I won't have that one. I definitely won't have that one.
All right. I think that's it. Thanks so much for taking the time to join me today, Poppy.
No worries. Thank you.
All right. And good luck this weekend against Scotland and with the rest of the tournament.
Cheers. Thank you.
And for more conversations from the world of women's sport, including articles, videos, blogs, and podcasts, visit wisports.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at wisports. You can follow Poppy at Poppy_G_C and myself at Kimmy Donaldson. With Sports Radio is the largest podcast network for women's sport in the world, with more than 700 episodes across 30 unique shows and a global audience of 1.5 million. You can listen on our website or subscribe on your favorite podcast player. Thank you for listening to With Sports Radio and supporting women's sport everywhere.